Okay, good morning, everyone. That's all the time that we can wait for our classmates to join. As usual, please help me out with your cameras. Remember that if most of the class, your camera is off, you don't have the attendance of the day. Yep, you have it partially. Okay, so with that in mind, let's retake it. Obviously, the last time that we saw each other was last Saturday. Yep, because Sunday, obviously, we got the elections day, so there was no class. The last Saturday, what we covered was the very beginning of the unit 8B. On this part of the unit 8B, we get up to the grammar. And on the grammar on this unit, it's a selection between gerunds and infinitives. Remember, gerunds with the ing, and infinitives with the verb plus to. Yep. So you selected that. We completed all the activities on the section of the grammar that is up to here, 3A, 3D, Grammar Bank 1A, and Grammar Bank 1B. Yep. That's all that we have completed. For today, the first activity is related to this one. It's a writing activity. For that, I want you, the instruction is this one, right? Choose 5 of the circles below and write something in them. Excuse me a second. Okay. So what we have once again is this. You have several options, and the circles you have, for example, write something in them. About what? Somebody you find very easy to talk to. Something you're planning to do in the summer. Something you enjoy doing on Sunday mornings. Obviously, here is going to be English class for the moment. A job you hate doing in the house. A country you like to visit in the future. Now, you're going to write, let's say what? We're going to choose 5 circles. You're going to write minimum 2 lines for each one that you selected. Yep. Here you have all these options. You have to select 5. For each one of them, 2 lines. Yeah, not the 2 lines do not include the heading, just in case, right? So for that, you're gonna help me, and this activity is gonna be on your folder of the drive folder that you created at the very beginning of our class. So here in this part, yep, what we are going to do, once again, you're gonna work on this activity. It's a writing activity. So obviously on the drive, you're gonna create a drive document, right? A Google Doc. And in there, we are going to select 5 of these topics, and you're going to write a little bit about it. So for the moment, just to start like an introduction, who can tell me about one of the circles? For example, Giancarlo Moreira. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Hello, Giancarlo. Giancarlo, choose one of the circles and tell me something about it. Let me open that for you. Once again, sorry. And
Wait.
tell me something about it. So choose one of the circles and tell me a little bit.
Mm, somebody you find very easy to talk to.
Okay, tell me a little. Who's that person? Is in the family or is a friend?
It's a family.
It's in the family. Who is it?
He's my brother, and he speak English.
Thank you so much, Giancarlo, for that example. We continue. Valeria Velez, are you there? Valeria Velez.
Hi, mister.
Hello, Valeria.
Hello,
Valeria,
Valeria.
choose one of the circles and tell me about it.
A job you would love to do. I want to be a CEO in a company.
Perfect. Thank you, Valeria. Let's continue. One more example. Miss Veronica Carrion, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
Miss Carrion, the same question, right?
same
Choose one circle and tell me about it.
Okay. Something you are planning to do in the summer. I will plan to go to the beach with my best friends.
Thank you so much. So there you have the examples of our classmates. Yeah, that's what we are going to do. But once again, this one is a writing activity. So you're going to create that document, obviously, on your Drive folders. Yeah, let me share my screen. I refer here. So here in your folder, you create the document, Google Doc, and then you answer to 5 of the circles. Yep. Like we are talking about 2 lines for every circle, 2 lines for every circle. We got 10 lines. Let's start with 15 minutes. Yep. So starting now, we got 15 minutes for this activity. Okay. Any questions, any doubts?
No, mister.
Thank you for that confirmation, Ms. Palacios. Edmundo, you look sleepy. You see, for going to the party last night. Karen from the outer space, everything is clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's start now. Yep, we got 15 minutes for this. Go to your Drive folder, create the Google Doc, and give me 2 lines for the 5 circles that you select. Yep, something really fast. Starting now, we get 15 minutes. Okay, that's all the time that we can wait for that activity. Let's continue, shall we? So after the circles and the writing activity that you helped me out with, we got to the section number 4 of this unit for 8B, that is regarding to reading. The instruction in here in this part is read the first paragraph of an article about the TV program Dragon's Den. Answer the questions. And here you have that extract, right? The questions that they are looking for the answer are the following. Who are the dragons? What is their den? How does the program work? Is there a similar TV program in your country? How does it work? Yep. So here we have it. There is the extract. Dragon's Den is a UK TV series with similar versions in many different countries. In the UK program, contestants have 3 minutes to present their business ideas to 5 very successful business people. These people are nicknamed the dragons, and the intimidating room where they are meet the contestants in the den is the den. Yeah, the dragon's home. So then that word is, you normally use it, imagine that, just to call it somehow, to have a comparison. Then is where the animals live, dangerous animals live, right? Una guarida. Yeah. So that is the name. Now, for the first description about business, maybe we are more familiar with the version of Shark Tank. Yeah. So people go, they present their business ideas, and then these business people, they decide if they are going to invest or not. Okay. So this is the British version of Shark Tank, just to have some similitude. Let's continue on it, and we get the dragons, who are often multimillionaire, are prepared to invest money in any businesses that they believe might be a success. In return, they take a share in the profits. The contestants are usually young entrepreneurs, product designers, or people with a new idea for a service. After the contestants have made their presentations, the dragons ask them questions about the product and its possible market, and then say if they are prepared to invest or not. If they are not convinced by the presentation, they say the dreaded words, "I'm out." Okay, so exactly like Shark Tank. Yep. People go there with business ideas, and these they describe them like multimillionaire people. They decide if they are going to invest or not. Yep. But the name of the show in UK is The Dragon's Den. Here in Ecuador, we don't have any version of that show. Yep. And well, in some universities, you have competitions regarding to that, but we don't get to the level of, for example, Shark Tank, the other version that we know that is American, that we have Mexican version. This is the UK, okay? With that information, let's take a look at activity 5B. Yep. Which product? So as usual, let me open my attempt. Let me take a look. And here we have it. We have options A, B, C. Yep. Look at the photos and read about 3 products that were presented on the show: a sauce, coffee table B, and suitcases for children C. Those are the 3 options we have: sauce A, coffee table B, and suitcases for children C. For me, that I'm kind of blind, let me open up right here. Okay, we have the introduction, we read the introduction, and now we are going to read about 3 products. The first product is the sauce. Yep. So far, the dragons have agreed to invest in 110 businesses. They were very pleased with their investment in Levi Roots, the Rastafarian singer who had the idea of reggae sauce. He came into the den with a guitar, a couple of bottles of sauce he had made in his kitchen. 1 second to admit somebody. And nothing else. But the dragon sensed an opportunity in the charismatic Levi, and 2 of them agreed to invest in his product. 2 months later, the sauce was on the shelves of one of the Britain's biggest supermarket chains, and Levi is now running an impressive and profitable company. The first case, the sauce. The second case, Paul Simpson wanted the dragons to invest in his handmade coffee tables. They have a wooden base, which look like 14th century castles, and a glass top. Nobody was enthusiastic, and the dragons rejected his idea. But Paul hasn't given up. Now he's making a new table, this time replica of Windsor Castle, which he thinks might be popular with tourists. And that is what makes a real entrepreneur. They never give up. If the dragons invest in them, there is a good chance they will be successful. But if they leave the den empty-handed, the determination to make it on their own is as great as ever. And the last case is this one. And of course, the dragons don't always get it right. Inventor Rob Law's product, a suitcase for children, which they can also ride on. Right? Una maleta que también la pueden usar como un juguete. Was rejected as worthless. So the dragons, they did not accept the idea. One dragon thought it was not strong enough, and another dragon who runs a holiday company said she didn't think there was a market for the product. A third dragon simply said, I meet people like you all the time. You think you have something, but you don't. However, today, trunky cases are best sellers and are sold in 22 different countries. So there we have the description of the three products. And then we got some questions. Yep. Let me go on this one. Yep. So there we have the options. Has been very successful, although the dragon didn't invest in it. And then we are going to select, obviously, the letter according to what we read. You have the text right here as a reference, and then we can complete it. Yep. So starting now, we got 10 minutes. Okay. Let me get to your results. Perfect. We got full attempts, so we can continue. Yep. Let me go back to our main page to follow up on the activities. We just worked on the section of reading. Activity 5B, which product? Then you have a set of questions related also with the same paragraph or the same article that we just covered, right? The Dragon's Den and the story of the three products that they get different outcome. I mean, some of them, they were actually sponsored, they were supported, others were rejected, but still in their different ways, successful than all. Yep. Look at the highlighted words and phrases which are related to business. Try to work out their meaning from the context. So for me, I need this part like this big. So the ones that are highlighted are, for example, a share in profits. Yep, a share in profits is when you want one part of the money that the business is making. Yep, una parte de las ganancias, a share in profits. Okay. Entrepreneurs, emprendedores. Entrepreneurs, emprendedores. I think that product and market is very clear, right? Is very easy. But if you don't know or you want the translation, let me know, yeah? So product, market, simple. Then we go on the other side and we get this word, profitable. Profitable. Yeah, rentable, que da ganancias, profitable. You have rejected, rechazado, no admitido. When we are talking about business, in this case, in the program, they don't accept the business idea. Yeah, rejected. Be successful, ser exitoso. Be successful. Yeah, to make it. The phrase is the determination to make it. ¿Sí? La determinación para lograrlo, to make it, lograrlo. Yep. And the last one that you got in there, in this set of the ones of the all the words that are in highlights, we got worthless. Yep. Worthless, sin valor. Algo no valioso. Yep. Worthless. Those are the words that we got like highlighted, and the activity that is proposed by the platform is related in this part that they are presenting. The extracts of the article is related to that, right? Also, we have a little section that is the words with different meanings, as you know, right? Depending the context that we are using some words, you're gonna have different meanings to those. What it means, the example, sometimes the same word can have two completely different meanings. I work in a shop refers to your job, but you also can say or can use the same verb, my laptop doesn't work. It means that it's broken, it's not functioning. To that they refer. So when something is not working, is broke. Yep. Let's see what else. This one, with a partner, say what the difference in meaning is between the pair of sentences. He's running a business and he's running a marathon. The second sentence, we have the normal meaning that we have for run. Yeah, he's running a marathon, exercising, right? But you also can use the verb run to say directing, managing, controlling. He's running a business, right? Lleva un negocio, está a cargo de un negocio. Also, in number 2, Marion was fired last week. When the man fired the gun, everyone screamed. Fired is disparar, like a verb, fire. Yeah, but also we use in business para decir despedir. Yeah, so Marion was fired, Marion fue despedida. Number 3, there is a market for this product, and there is a market where you can buy vegetables. Market got not in meaning because we're going to translate both like mercado, but you have one place that is physical. Yeah, I go to the market to buy vegetables, right? But you also go like, there is a market for this product. Hay un mercado para este producto. What it means that there are people who are going to buy it. Yep. So that one in the difference. And number 4, he's set up a company, and he's very good company. The second one, he's a very good company, a person that is nice to be with, right? Una buena compañía. But then you have company as commercial organization, right? He's set up a company. Él ha creado una compañía. So in that, they are giving to us some examples of words that, depending on the context, you're gonna find it possible, yes, different meanings. In this unit that it's about business, of course, that is the context that they refer to. Let's see, we get to another section. Now we are on listening. And on listening, we start with a track that is going to be available for you, an audio track. And goes under, right under, goes like, look at the photos of 2 more products which were presented on Dragon's Den. Now listen and find out exactly what makes them special. So they are presenting to us the picture of it, right? So let's listen to the tracks and let's find out what it's about.
4.49. Guy Jeremiah presented Aquatina. He argued that bottled water is bad for the planet because each person throws away at least 85 empty plastic bottles a year. His invention is a bottle that you can compress and keep in your pocket. Then you take it out of your pocket and fill it up when you're somewhere that has drinking water. For example, a gym, a school, or your workplace, or even a cafe which can give you tap water. He tried to convince the Dragons by showing that in the UK, more and more people are asking for tap water in bars and restaurants and are not buying bottled mineral water. He also had the idea of a phone app which could tell people where the nearest place is where they can fill up their bottle.
Kirsty Henshaw's idea was for a frozen dessert, which is a healthy alternative to ice cream. These desserts are low-fat, low in calories, and don't contain any sugar, milk, or gluten, or anything that could be a problem for people with allergies. The desserts come in different flavours: chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Kirsty came up with the idea because her son is allergic to milk, and in the summer he got very sad when all the other children were eating ice creams and he couldn't have one. Kirsty's products are currently sold in a few health food shops, but she would like to increase production and sell her desserts in big supermarkets. The desserts are called Kirsty's Freedom.
So with the first audio track that we just listened, we have obviously the description of the 2 products. The first one is related to the bottle, to the material. trying to reduce the contamination, the plastic contamination that we have, right? And the other, it's a different option for the normal ice creams, and it's more healthy. Yeah, still is frozen, but not ice cream itself. So those are, well, as a very superficial description, the two products that are presented up to now. Listen again. Do you think the Dragons invested in? Why? They invested in both of them, neither of them, ninguno de ellos, both es ambos, right? Or one of them, and which one? So let's listen up to this part.
(4.49)
Guy Jeremiah presented Aquatina. He argued that bottled water is bad for the planet because each person throws away at least 85 empty plastic bottles a year. His invention is a bottle that you can compress and keep in your pocket. Then you take it out of your pocket and fill it up when you're somewhere that has drinking water. For example, a gym, a school, or your workplace, or even a cafe which can give you tap water. He tried to convince the Dragons by showing that in the UK, more and more people are asking for tap water in bars and restaurants and are not buying bottled mineral water. He also had the idea of a phone app which could tell people where the nearest place is where they can fill up their bottle.
Kirsty Henshaw's idea was for a frozen dessert, which is a healthy alternative to ice cream. These desserts are low-fat, low in calories, and don't contain any sugar, milk, or gluten, or anything that could be a problem for people with allergies. The desserts come in different flavours: chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Kirsty came up with the idea because her son is allergic to milk, and in the summer he got very sad when all the other children were eating ice creams and he couldn't have one. Kirsty's products are currently sold in a few health food shops, but she would like to increase production and sell her desserts in big supermarkets. The desserts are called Kirsty's Freedom.
There we go. The second time that we listen to the descriptions. Now, based on that, what do you think they invested in? Both, neither, or one of them, and which one? Tell me your answer in the chat. So, one of them, neither, or both? Please put your answer in the chat. Once again, what I'm asking you to help me with is this. Select one of the possible answers. We have listened to the description of the two products, yeah? Aquatina and Freedom, yeah? So tell me, based on what we heard the description, if these investors, the Dragons, they invested on both of them, neither of them, or one of them, and which one? So what do you think? Your opinion. Put your answer in the chat. I got one answer. I just need 12 more. So your answer on the chat, this one is only guessing, not a problem. Just as an introduction to find out what is it. Yep. So as a guessing, tell me, the Dragons invested on both of them, neither, or one of them? Thank you, Orlando, Ms. Palacios. Thank you, Ms. Fierro. Yep. Ms. Macias as well, Ms. Brucker, thank you so much. So there we have some options. Christopher as well, thank you so much for your answers. Ms. Carrion as well. Perfect. So there we have some answers to this part. Right now, let's listen up. Also, one more answer from I get Christopher, Veronica Carrion, the last one. Okay. Giancarlo, one of them. Okay.
$4.50. The dragons asked Guy a lot of questions. For example, they asked him how much he was going to sell the bottle for, which was £4.99, and how much it cost him to make. Guy explained that at the moment it was costing him £1 to make each bottle, but that if he could make them in bigger quantities, it would only cost 50p. The dragons also asked how many he had sold so far, to which he answered 340. In the end, they decided that they weren't interested. Their main reason was that they thought that you could always use any empty water bottle and refill it. You don't need to buy one specially, so they couldn't believe that it would ever make any money.
The dragons were impressed by Kirsty's presentation, and they immediately asked to try the dessert. They liked it, although one of them thought it didn't really taste like ice cream, more like frozen yogurt. Kirsty explained that her dessert wasn't supposed to taste like ice cream, and that was why she had called it a frozen dessert. They also asked her how much fat there was in it, and she said less than 3%. In the end, to Kirsty's delight, they decided to invest £65,000 in Kirsty's business because they thought that there was definitely a market for her product. And since then, Kirsty's frozen desserts are now sold in two of the biggest UK supermarket chains, Waitrose and Sainsbury's. She also has a website with recipes, interviews, and all sorts of information about nutrition.
Although the dragons didn't invest in it, Guy's Aquatina is also doing well. It has its own website, and it's on sale in several UK shops and online.
Okay, there you have the audio, right? So they decided to invest only on one of them, right? Let's get to the part of speaking. Let's see what we got on this one. On the section of the speaking, what we get is as it follows. Yep. Work with a partner. Imagine you're going to appear on the program. You can choose one of the products below, or you can invent your own. Yep. Here are recommendations, but are not the only ones that you can work on. Yep. You can work on any you want. Maybe you have a business idea, so it's a good time to explain it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create the Zoom meetings, the Zoom rooms. You're gonna be maybe in pairs, 2, maximum 3 students. Then when you tell me that you are ready, I enter to the room and you're gonna explain to me your business idea. Once again, the products here, those are like examples, recommendations, right? Suggestions. If you want to take from that list, great. But now, you can choose one of the products below, or you can invent your own. The products below: watch, sandwich, app, an application, right, for the mobile phone, a chair, a dessert, a pen, a lamp, a drink, or a gadget. Yep. So what is the instruction? Like, think about the following aspects of your product. What is the product? What is its name? Who is it? So, if you have a watch, okay, I'm going to select a watch, but I'm going to give like a super creative marketing name to it, right? So take into consideration all this, right? What is the name? Who is it for? How much will it cost? Why is it different from other similar products? Do you have an advertising slogan for it? So you're gonna give me the slogan, okay? So first, if you want, select one of the examples in here. Then we're gonna answer this. Yeah, we're gonna answer to this, okay? And what we're gonna observe is similar to this. Present your product to the class together. Spend a few minutes preparing your presentation. Take turns to give information and use language from the box to help you. Here, this one is just some of the phrases that you can use. Good morning, we're going to tell you about our new product. It's A and it's called. We think it will be very popular with. It is completely different from or better than anything else on the market because similar, yeah, phrases you can use for a presentation of your product. Now, this is going to be a teamwork. What I want you to answer is all these. It's a speaking activity. Yep. You're going to be assigned as teams. If, as my recommendation, as usual, when we are working in teams and groups, if someone is not possible, is not able to help, tell me. So we take this person and they do it alone. Yep. That is up to you. I mean, if you want to help them out or not, but my recommendation, everyone has to work. Okay, questions about the activity, please.
No, mister.
Thank you so much, Ms. Palacios, for that confirmation. To the others, with your silence, you made me feel that I made the best explanation ever. So I'm very proud of myself. Yep, if you make no questions, that is the explanation super clear. Remember, choose one product, could be one of these ones. Not only these are the options, maybe you can select another. What you're gonna do, you're gonna answer all these. When you have all the answers, when you are ready, you call me in. I go to your room and I listen to your exposition about your product, okay? Obviously, this activity is graded, right? As you made the presentation, you have 1 grade. By the end of the course, it's part of your qualifications, okay? Let me create your teams. It's perfect number for pair work. I'm creating your rooms. Please accept the invitation, check the group section and accept the invitation. Thank you, thank you. Go to your teams, accept the invitation so we can start working on it. Thank you. Go to your teams, accept the invitation. We're working in teams. Yes, go, go, go. Thank you. So the camera is on and let's begin.
So our product is a digital watch. The name of our product is Marathon, and it's designed for runners.
Yeah, and how much will the cost? $60. It seemed to me at the affordable price. Why is the different from the other similar products? Its price and the design make in the unit an additional highlight. Do you have a advertising slogan for it? The slogan is the time passed very quickly. Why not have in your hands?
I like your slogan. Very good work. So I'm visiting the other teams, and in a minute, well, couple of minutes actually, we're going back all together. Okay. For the moment, just chill. Excellent work as usual.
Okay, mister, thank you.
Hello, hello, Veronica and Mundo.
So, teacher.
Are you ready?
Teacher, maybe 5 minutes more.
Sure, no problem. So I'm visiting other teams and then I'm coming back, okay? Hello,
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 mister.
mister.
if you're ready,
Yes.
Yes.
okay?
Falta una compañera, no sé si ella tiene problemas de internet. Karen Macías.
Okay. So, well, in this case, you two, and then she's gonna take it apart. No problem.
Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Ahí. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good morning. We're going to tell you about our new product. It is an innovative health monitoring app, and it's called Health Track Pro.
Okay. Wait. It's the app. What is the cost for this app for people? And we think in $5 for premium version. And what is why it's different for another apps with this health monitoring? We think Health Track Pro stand out from other health monitoring apps by offering a comprehensive set of features, including real-time heart rate monitoring, sleep tracking, activity tracking, nutrition tracking, and integration with popular fitness devices. And it's unique for another apps because this app have an AI-driven personal health coach that provides tailoring things. And we have a slogan. I can read the slogan. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. For this app, we choose an Smartine slogan. Stay ahead of your health with Health Track Pro, your personal health companion. Okay.
Okay, excellent work. I have to visit other teams. Yes, so for the moment, chill, and then we're gonna be together all in the main room.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, mister.
Hello, Christopher, Miss Brooke.
Mister.
How you doing, guys? Please, if you're ready, cameras on, and let's start.
Okay. 1 minute, please. Okay. Good morning. We're going to tell you about our new product. It is an application that helps find personnel to clean the house. It is called Happy House. Our slogan is Clean Big. We believe it will be very popular with all people.
Okay. The app is completely different and better than any other app on the market because we work with people who are verified the company, those avoiding the risk of any situation, in addition to generating employment position at the national level. Work quality, safety, and efficiency is what distinguishes us. The app will cost $2 at the time of purchase and will depend on the service request, which will have a specific cost depending on the dimensions and required request.
Could you do you have the slogan for it or?
Clean Big.
Okay, excellent work. I have to visit 2 more teams and then we're going back together. Yep.
Yeah, mister. Thanks.
Okay, Mr. Thanks.
Hello. Are you ready, Ms. Asuncion and Giancarlo?
Yes.
Okay, as much as possible. I think, Giancarlo, you're kind of busy. So as much as possible, let's start.
Good morning. We are going to tell you about our new product. It is a smartwatch and it's called the Watch of the Future. This is direct at the entire public. It's totally different because it adapts to its owners and his interests. And it will cost $260.
This watch is different from the others because which is waterproof. The watch change the color of the screen depending depending on the weather. The weather counts your steps, pulse, and heartbeat, and give you reward for achieving your goal in a special application.
Our slogan is the future is today, the future is with you.
Excellent work. Thank you so much for your work. I have to visit 2 more teams and then we're going back together. Yeah. So for the moment, just relax, but you're the best team so far. Congratulations.
Okay, mister, thank you.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Miss Velez, Orlando, are you ready?
Hi, mister. Yes.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Okay. The product is an app that measures your mood and gives your advice. The name is Mood and Safe, and it's for people over 18 years old.
Okay. And how much will this cost? $5 monthly membership. The five answers is because here at low cost you can have personalization and depending of the level of complexity of the case. And the last one, do you make advising a slogan for it? Feeling good has never been the same.
Very good, very complete, following all the instructions. I have to visit one more team and then we're gonna be together. Yep, for the moment, just relax.
Okay, teacher.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.
Miss Carrion, Edmundo, how you doing?
Yes, teacher.
So if you're ready, let's start.
Okay. Okay, teacher. Our invented product that we are going to offer is a ring. It's a smart ring. Okay. Okay. And what is the product? It's a smart ring. The ring will have intelligent functions such as monitoring sleep, quality, heart rate, calorie burning, and it has a locator. The name is a smart ring. And who is it for? For old people, maybe young people like it more. At my Edmundo.
Okay, teacher. How much will it cost? The ring will cost is 100. It's different from the normal ring because it is smart, and from the watch because the ring is smaller and easy to wear. The ring elegance and intelligent or your finger.
Uy.
Okay, perfect. So
Okay.
with that, we got it. Okay, now we're going back, all of us to the main room. Yep, excellent work. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, after our break, time to retake. We just worked by teams, excellent work. And in some teams, you even prepare a presentation, right? Like showing me your product or your application. Excellent, excellent work. So what we get as we continue on the platform, let's take a look what we got. We got the final activity on this unit, that is the skill of writing. They refer to this one as one activity in which one you're going to write an accompanying email to send with your CV to apply for a job. Let me take a look at the activity just to see if we have a model for it. If not, not a problem. This one is the types that they refer to. The activity is telling us that you're going to write an accompanying email to send with your CV to apply for a job. What is that? In some occasions, when you're applying for a job, it refers to this kind of, what they mention is a covering email. Covering email. Yep. The example they put in here is like this. You are going to give like a short version of all your qualifications. So, dear sir or madam. Sir, obviously for masculine, and madam for feminine. If that is not specified, then you go only with dear. I am writing to apply for a job with them. Then you specify what kind of job. I am qualified, and then on the second paragraph, so you begin first specifying what is the job you're applying with. The second paragraph starts with your qualification. So if you're gonna apply for a position in a certain company, what are your qualities? Yep. And we finish with I enclose or I attach my CV. Adjuntar, attach. Yeah. The curriculum. And the farewell or the closing. Hope to hear from you soon, or I look forward to hearing from you. And you finish with yours sincerely or yours faithfully. That in when we are working on writing activities and formal writing activities, for example, this one, that is the equivalent like atentamente. The way that normally some of the communications they get to the final in Spanish. Those are two options, yours sincerely or yours faithfully. Yeah, that will be the equivalent. So you're going to write something similar to this one. Let me see on the platform. Obviously the activity, yeah, is open for you. So this is the one we're gonna work on. Write an accompanying email to send with your CV is based on this idea. So now you have to decide, you have to be specific about what kind of job you're applying to. Yeah, that's what they refer to. Okay, questions about the activity?
No, mister.
Okay. So let's start on this one. Thank you for your answers as usual. This is the model that you're gonna follow. So a short email, you're applying for a job and you're given the position you're applying to, your qualifications, you include your CV, and you close the email. Yep. So it's super short. Let's see if we can work on it on 10 minutes to start with. Yep, starting now, 10 minutes to work. This is the activity on the platform, right? Write an accompanying email to send with your CV. And this one, I leave it on there on the screen as the example to follow. Starting now, 10 minutes. Okay, time to continue with that. We have finished all the activities related to the unit 8B on the platform. Yeah, what we have worked so far on all the activities that were proposed on the platform for us on this unit on 8B. Just to complement and to have the X report, we're gonna follow on this. Let me share my screen with you. On your Drive folder, you're gonna find on your Drive folder, you're gonna find, you know, that you have the folder number 1 documents when I upload what we have to work on. On this one, you have this 8BWB, 8B workbook. Yep. On this document, we're gonna work. As usual, if the activity is related to some kind of listening track, some audio track, obviously we don't work on. Yep. The part of the pronunciation, you can make a good guess, right? Like you pronounce and you just tell me that one I'm not gonna check like it's right or wrong, but you can guess where is the stress. What is it? Remember that the word stress in here is the accent that we say. The example is number 1, apply. So we don't go like apply, no, we go apply. The accent is underlined in there. I think that there are a couple, this one obviously, the section of listening, we don't have the audio track, so we are not gonna work on it. As usual, you can work on the same PDF, depending the program that you have, right? Or you made the transformation into Word, or if you desire, you create a Google Doc and you give me only the answers, directly the answers. Yep, as you prefer. This one, we're gonna work it individually, starting now. My guess is that you're gonna take more than 20 minutes, but we'll see, okay? So let's start working on this one, on 8VWB. Where you find it? You find it here in documents, the first folder that you have next to yours. Yep, in here, you take it and then you work on it. These are the ones, by the way, that we have worked, right? Some of them that you got on activities. But for today, for the moment, we start on this one, 8BWB, workbook 8B. You find it here, folder 1, documents. There you're gonna find the file and we can start working on it, okay? So please, let's start on it. Starting now, let's see how is it after 20 minutes. Obviously, the workbook is the practice of what we have covered, Unit 8B. So it's just additional. Anyway, if you need any assistance, let me know for any activity. Yep. So starting now, we got 20 minutes for this activity in particular. In the folder documents, you find it. And we're working on this one. Okay, let's retake. Let's make only the introduction of Unit 9A. Yep. We're not gonna be working on any activity. We're just gonna make the introduction. I'm gonna present to you what we are gonna be working on tomorrow related to this one. So that's why I presented in this way. The title of our unit is Lucky Encounters. Yep. And what we're gonna have is in the grammar, the third conditional. In vocabulary, we're gonna make this transformation that we have seen in other units, making adjectives and adverbs. Yep, that in the case that we receive some nouns, and then you're making adverbs, and you transform the words into adjectives or adverbs. And also on the in the pronunciation section, what we're gonna refer to is related to what parts of the sentences gonna have the stress. Yep, what part of the sentence is gonna have the stress. That is what it's about. The Lucky Encounters unit. Yep, as usual, we're gonna have the sections, right? Reading and speaking. We're gonna have the extract here, the ticket inspector. You have the grammar, the third conditional. For that one, we're gonna observe just a video. Yes. And the other sections as well, okay? So let me start only with the video as the introduction for the third conditional. Just to wrap it up for today. Let me share the sound of my screen and then we go.
the past had been different. Maybe you wish that you'd behaved differently or wish that you'd said yes to something that you didn't. Of course you have. This is part of being human, isn't it? We all go through it. So I know that you are going to love today's lesson. Today, we are going to dive deep on some awesome grammar, the third conditional. Now, I hope you're not eye rolling on me. Yes, this is a grammar lesson, but it's an incredibly useful one to talk about our regrets and our disappointments. It sounds kind of grim, doesn't it? There are lots of useful ways to learn and practice with this grammar structure, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited to get started. Let's go. Now, you probably know that there are several types of conditional sentences in English. I've made lessons about many of them already. But like all conditional sentences, the third conditional has two clauses, the if clause and the main clause. But unlike the zero, the first, and the second conditionals, this one talks about the past, and specifically an unreal past, not a true past, an unreal one. We use the third conditional to imagine a situation in the past and the imaginary result, which is also in the past, okay? So it's imaginary, it's not real, it's not true, okay? Because we can't change the past. Sometimes we wish we could, but we can't. So that's why you'll often hear the third conditional being used to talk about regrets, things that we wish were different. So let's look at a few examples to get started. If I had left earlier, I wouldn't have missed my flight. So I'm a bit upset about that, right? I'm upset I missed my flight. I wish that I had have left my house a little bit earlier and not run late. I wish that I could go back in time and be on the plane. But I can't because my flight's gone. There's nothing that I can do about it now except buy another ticket. Well, we can use the third conditional to show how angry or how frustrated we are about this situation, right? Now look, if you hadn't been so rude, they would have invited you back. You were rude? Well, obviously that didn't work out well for you, did it? Now they're not going to invite you back again in the future. Don't. You can't go back and change it now, can you? Whether you want to or not. So I'm just going to use the third conditional now to tell you off. If I hadn't been going so fast, I wouldn't have been fined. Yeah, I got fined, which is annoying, but it's already happened. I can't change it now, right? That's something you definitely can't change. So we use the third conditional to talk about things that we regret, things that we wish we could change about the past, and also to tell someone off for something that they did in the past. So it's pretty useful, right? It's a really handy structure to have up your sleeve or to know. All right, so let's talk about what it looks like now. So to make the third conditional, we need a few things. We need if and the past perfect. Then we need a comma, and then we need the perfect conditional. You might be wondering, what the heck is the past perfect or the perfect conditional? So think about it this way. The past perfect is subject with had and the past participle verb. If I had left earlier, if you hadn't been so rude, if I hadn't been going so fast. Okay, these are all examples of the past perfect. Now, the perfect conditional is subject with would, have, and the past participle verb. So it's just the present perfect with would in front of it. I wouldn't have missed my flight. They would have invited you back. I wouldn't have got that ticket. So let's put the third conditional all together. we need if, the subject, had, and the past participle, then our comma, very important, followed by our subject, would, have, and the past participle. That's the third conditional. So let's look at some examples to help it sink in a little, all right? Let's do our third conditional checks first, all right? Are we talking about the past or the present here? It was in the past, but did it actually happen? No, you didn't call, so I didn't come. I wish that I could change this because I'd love to come. If she had replied to my message, I wouldn't have been so worried. So I'm kind of telling her off here, right? I'm a bit frustrated. Did she reply to my message? But was I worried? Yeah. I wish that she had, so that I didn't have to worry, you know? If I had taken better care of myself, I wouldn't have got sick. So I'm expressing regret about the past here. I wish I'd taken better care of myself. Now, you'll remember from some of my other conditional lessons that we can actually use different modal verbs in the main clause. So we can replace would have with other modals like might and could. So we use might have to show probability or certainty. If she'd studied more, she might have passed. But she might have also failed again. We're not sure. We're not certain, right? If we were certain about that imaginary result in the past, then we would use would have. That's more certain. Since we're not exactly sure about what the result would have been, then using might have is probably the better option. Now we use could have to talk about possibility and ability. If you had lent me your car, I could have got there faster. Now, I'm not promising that I absolutely would have. I'm just saying that I would have been able to get there faster. You know, with a car, I would have the ability to arrive sooner. So now that we've broken it down a little bit, how are you feeling about the third conditional? Hopefully it was some good reminders from the other conditional lessons. And if you're thinking something along the lines of, if I'd seen this video earlier, I wouldn't have been so confused. Well, I must be doing something right. So now we're going to put everything we just learned into practice with a little mini quiz, my favorite. And I wonder if you're going to ace this little quiz or not. Let's see. Okay, for the quiz, I'm going to give you a few past situations and I want you to use the information that I'm sharing to write a sentence using the third conditional. Make sure you check the structure, make sure you're writing it accurately. So write your answers in the comments down below and I'll come down and check how you've done very soon. Oh, and make sure you think carefully about which modal verb is the right one to use. We'll go through the first one together, okay? So here's the situation. You had a job interview in the past, but you didn't prepare for it. You didn't get the job. And now you kind of regret not preparing for it. You wish that you prepared more. So, what's our sentence that we can write here? If I had prepared more, then maybe the result would have been different. If I had prepared more, I might have got the job. So now it's your turn. I'm going to read out some of these situations. I want you to pause the video if you need to write your sentence. Think about the structure, clearly try and get that third conditional sentence right. Here we go. Situation number 1. Your friend was in trouble. They needed help. You had the ability to help, but he never told you that he was in trouble. Situation 2.
In this part of the video, obviously, we're going to be working together in order to develop this part of the sentences. Once again, what I'm showing to you is only the introduction of what we're gonna cover tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna ask you permission to leave early this class for one personal situation today. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish the class right now, and tomorrow we retake it normally. Yep.
Okay, mister.
Have a good Saturday. Take care. Don't party too much, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye,
Mister.
Bye, mister.
Bye, mister.
Bye bye, everyone. Take care.